and one of the reasons why is because the play of Dylan Sampson joining us, one of the most electric running backs in all of college football. And my man, good morning to you. I told you a couple of minutes ago when we went to commercial break, I've been trying to have you on the show, but every week you would have like 9,000 carries, and I was like, let my man sleep a little bit. So thank you for finally getting a chance to join us here on the show.
Yeah, I'm honored. Thank you for having me.
When you look at, let's go through, you guys beat Vandy, and you were kind of waiting to see how the college football playoff rankings. What was your initial reaction when you saw headed into Columbus to face The Ohio State University?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Heupel put it best, you know. I mean, it don't matter really who we playing. I mean, we got to be ready to play anybody at any time. And, like, at the end of the day, you know, I mean, we ain't need no watch party. We ain't nothing. It's just, like, show us who we playing, you know, so we get to work.
We were talking a little bit yesterday about the challenges of going into a potentially cold weather, bad weather game. Like, I feel like there's not a whole lot of backs nowadays, whether it's because of the de-emphasis of running the football or running backs that split carries. You don't get those guys that carry the ball 30 times a game. But I got your stat line up here. There was a point in the season where you went 27 carries, 26 carries, 27 carries, 30
Yeesh.
carries in a stretch of 4 ball games there. What's the ideal number of carries? I feel like you're got a little bit of that old school in you where you want to continue to get the ball and you get stronger as the game goes on.
Yeah, so I mean, it's really not no number, you know. I mean, it's basically how the feel of the game is going. You know, if I could get a chance to get hot, I mean, like don't limit me. You know, whoever's getting hot, don't get them the ball. Like, that's my opinion. So, you know, we just playing team football at this point, and I'm always looking to get hot. So, you know, however many carries it take, you know, whatever it take, I'm gonna, find a way.
I love it. So with that being said, what's recovery like? I mean, like after all that run and 25 carries, what the hell is your Sunday morning routine like?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a blessing when you wake up that next morning, put your feet on the ground, and like get walk. Just. But I mean, it's not too bad, you know, unless I suffer some type of injury. It's just like normal soreness. You know, I get in on Sundays. I got my pool recovery. I'm in there for about 30, 35 minutes, and I'm getting treatment. Sunday's just real, chill for me, and I take kind of my same process throughout the week, you know. But, each one of those days is important leading up into Saturday, for me. So every single day matters, and, I'm blessed by Saturday. I'm, able to go out there. I always say somehow, some way, I'll be good by Saturday.
And you haven't been good on Saturdays. You've been great on Saturdays. But when you're in the pool or you're hanging on Sunday, what are you doing? Is it the iPad out watching film? Is it just, hey, I got a Disney or ESPN show that you're watching? Like, well, what's the deal?
Yeah, it's film, really. So I get in and I do all my treatment first, eat some lunch. They have lunch for us. And then I go up there with one of my coaches and we just, sit down, break down the film from the last game. And then start watching, the next week's games, So, I could kind of be ahead of Monday. But, I'm big on my routine and I stay in it.
You mentioned that you're here for anybody that's starting to get hot. And I think as I've watched Nico play the last couple of weeks, it feels like he's starting to get hot. Like he's figuring some things out. 8 touchdowns, only 1 interception over the last 2 ball games. What can you say about his progression as a first-year starter, where he was at the beginning of the year to where he is right now?
Just, the same thing I've always seen from him, just humble, poised, just is ready to learn. There's a lot of learning moments, especially earlier this season, but, he takes that and he learns from it. We've been in probably every situation we could be in this year, to, be ready for this playoffs. And he understands that. So the way he attacks practice every day, the way he attacks games, he's getting stronger. That's only, going to benefit our team. So, I mean, shout out to him, hardworking.
You're like me. Well, I was going to say you're a lot hardworking. You're not like me, actually.
Like
the only part is I was going to say he's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. So I don't even start with how I wanted you to be in purple and gold, but that's a different story. How many games in cold weather or like in the snow have you played?
None.
Are you excited about that? Are you kind of interested in it if there is bad weather up in Columbus?
I guess I'm interested a little bit, but you got to go make it happen.
You going to go sleeves or no sleeves if it's cold up there?
Nah, I can't wear sleeves. Can't do it.
I felt like that was, I'm a Florida boy, but as I got into the NFL, having to go play up north, play in the snow, it's a badge of honor when you go out there with no sleeves on. Eye Black, too, was part of the pregame routine for me that felt like war paint, like I was ready to go, man. Is there something that you do pregame that kind of gets you in that right mindset?
I mean, I really just kind of have my same routine. After we finish warming up, I'm just a simple man. I put my towel on my head and I read my same prayers out my prayer book, and I kind of got my gospel music playing. But I do that every single game. That's what get me ready. I'm not the type of person that needs to get amped up. I kind of get just at one with myself. So like all the pressure, all the anxiety just goes away when I run out on that field.
It's funny as athletes because I think you develop some sort of like routine as you're playing younger in high school and on through college and stuff. But I think there's also an acclimation period when you get to college where older guys can help school you and get you ready to go. I look at what you had the opportunity to do, play with Jalen and Jabari. Like, what was it like to get a chance to watch some of those guys and how they handled the preparation, how they handled game day? That's allowed you to benefit now as kind of the go-to guy in that backfield.
Yeah, just having them to just be around. We were all different, but like we saw each other's strengths and weaknesses, and we made each other better. So they were just hungry, like worked hard. Every time they got in the game, it was something violent, something vicious, and I was just able to learn, from that. 'Cause they went through injuries, they went through, all the things that a person in the SEC, a running back in the SEC goes through. But the way they fought through it, the way they competed, the way they handled their business off the field, was just a good model for me and showing me how to do things.
I was going to let you go, man, but I don't want to do it without giving you the chance to talk about your offensive line because running backs without those guys up front, man, would be nothing. And I just look at how well that group has played this year, man. What do you have to say about the O-linemen and what they've done for you and your production this season?
Oh, man, I love them, all them guys up front. We got a great relationship. We always joke around, clown around, but, we make each other better. But like you said, you can't do nothing without them, and it always starts with them. It starts with the center to everybody else, whether that's in the passing game or the running game. So, I give them all the love. I give them their flowers because, nobody will.
It is going to be fun. It's a hell of a season. December the 21st, you guys are back. Get that rest and relaxation going and be dialed in to be vicious for hopefully a big SEC road victory. All right, man?
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
There
Thank
it
you,
is.
Dylan.
One of the best in the business, Dylan Sampson. It's crazy when you listen to him about, like, he talks about being vicious and violent, but then he's just calm, cool, and collected as well, too. And he's not like a guy that's like Lattimore from the program, like, we got to go and, like, listen to, like, some crazy thing. He's like, no, I get grounded. And that's the guys you got to really be worried about.